and welcome to another Three Guys in a Basement. I'm Mickey.
I'm Brandon.
And unfortunately, Brody is not going to be doing the podcast anymore. We're going to be looking for a replacement hopefully soon. But for now, it's just me and Brandon, two guys in the basement, which sounds even weirder.
Two guys doing a podcast.
Two guys in a podcast sounds a little better.
Yeah.
We might change the name or something. We might look for another host, but for now, we're just sticking to it. We just saw the next episode of True Detective Season 2, Episode 3. What'd you think of it, Brandon? I thought it was a pretty good episode.
I loved it. It wasn't as good as Episode 2, but normally I find with TV shows like Game of Thrones, Walking Dead, Breaking Bad, the big ones like that, they're on HBO and AMC. Yeah. Once they have that big episode, the best episode, like Season 2 felt like it has potential to be the best episode of the season.
Yeah, I agree.
And usually it's such a letdown the next episode, but this episode I don't think it was a letdown at all. Like
had some even more intense scenes.
Yeah, that the spoiler.
Yeah, we're not gonna do non-spoilers anymore.
If you don't get that we have spoilers by now, then you haven't been listening to our podcast and you really need to go back and listen to them. But basically, there's this scene where Vince Vaughn is trying to get his old like gang members to help him look for the guy that killed Casper. Mm-hmm. And this Asian guy, this fat Asian guy is just like, you're not part of us now. You went good. We don't have to take your shit, blah, blah, blah. And Vince Vaughn just goes nuts and basically challenges him to
before
a fight.
That, he's like, you're an old man. Like, this is a young man's game. But you're basically, you're washed out. Like,
he completely disrespected.
We don't want to do business with you anymore. And then he's like, all right, man, you want to fight? All right, fine. And I'll kick your ass.
Epic fight scene. Vince Vaughn just beats the shit out of that guy.
He didn't get one scratch on Vince Vaughn.
And, like, the guy starts taking off his rings, and Vince Vaughn's like, no, keep them on. They're not going to matter. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And he just, like, I think Vince Vaughn took, like, 2 shots, and, like, he didn't even, flinch when he took the shots. And, like, he just, like, kicked the shit out of this guy. And then when the guy got dropped, he, like, grabs pliers and starts pulling out the guy's gold teeth.
Oh, my God.
It was epic, and it was awesome. I loved it. I think it's up there with, the first episode with the Colin Farrell scene when he kicks the dad's ass. Those are up there for honestly some of my favorite moments in TV ever. It was just so intense and so badass and so well done.
Speaking of Colin Farrell, I'm glad he's not dead.
Yeah, Colin Farrell's not dead.
It was just buckshots.
It was just buckshots. And they obviously did a really good job. Yeah. Because he was having while he was out, he was having like this dream, and he looked down and
hallucinations.
Yeah, and it looked like he got a shotgun through him, and you could see a giant hole in his stomach. I was like, oh, he's dead. Yeah, there's no way. Or he's in a coma or something. Yeah, and it was just buckshots. He's fine. Mm-hmm. And it was a great episode.
Taylor Kitsch's character, they also alluded even further that he's had a previous gay relationship. His friend comes to visit him in town, and then everything's fine. And it seems like his friend's trying to allude to that thing that happened before with that girl that he had a problem with. And then all of a sudden, he just throws in...
I think he said, remember that
remember that time we had? And he's like, what the hell are you talking about, man?
He's like, no, man, forget it. No, just, you could tell it was just
you can't run away from your feelings. And then he had his hand where his gun is.
Yeah, and he's like, you better shut your fucking mouth type thing. Sorry for swearing. That just popped out. But that's basically, what he was doing.
I'm trying to think of if what's her face had a good...
Rachel McAdams?
Yeah, if she had a good character.
It was kind of like her off episode. There was good character moment for her when her chief of police is kind of like, you should try and seduce Colin Farrell. Yeah. You don't have to have sex with him, but just shows you
how cops will do anything to get the job done.
Yeah, because they know that Colin Farrell is working.
Just like the Ricci or Vinci police are making Colin Farrell's character do all that stuff. They know it's illegal, but the further they go in the story...
Yeah. Did Rachel McAdams have anything else? I don't think so.
No, like you said, it was an off episode.
It was a very Colin Farrell, Vince Vaughn eccentric. They might do a 2 character, like Taylor Taylor Kitsch had his moments.
It's tough, like you see in Game of Thrones. You can only
Yeah.
have so many character moments. Some characters aren't in every episode. And it's tough when you have five main characters.
Yeah, the only characters really in every episode is Game of Thrones.
4?
Yeah, there's 4 in True Detective. Game of Thrones, the only characters in every episode seems to be Daenerys.
Daenerys and Jon Snow.
Yeah. Spoiler, if you're a Game of Thrones fan, it's
No, don't ruin it, just in case. I talk about it all the time in public and people get pissed at me. But yeah, that's what we think. Okay, let's give it a score.
I think it's solid 9.
I agree. I give it a 9 out of 10.
Definitely go watch it if you haven't seen it yet. But if you haven't, then we kind of blew it for you.
If you've been spoiled, just continue watching it.
But honestly, even if we told you, we didn't tell you everything in the episode. Yeah. It was just one of those episodes it's kind of hard to talk about, but it was really good. You can just sit and digest it. Like last episode, it was so amazing that you could just talk about everything and like dissect it and blah blah. This isn't really a dissecting episode. It had parts that were amazing that you want to talk about, and the rest of it wasn't bad. It's just not a lot of stuff. It was a lot of story development.
But yeah, next we're going to talk about Comic-Con. Comic-Con's coming up soon. I don't know why I opened it the same time. Let's talk about the first biggest letdown. Marvel is not coming to Comic-Con.
I heard that, and I was watching a video, and I honestly had to go back. I was like, wait, did he just say Marvel's not going to be at Comic-Con? I'm like, really? And this really interests me because Marvel's been killing it.
Yeah.
They've been killing
right
it.
now, as of the last movie they had, Age of Ultron, it's officially the biggest franchise of all time.
Yeah. And like Ant-Man is getting amazing reviews.
Ant-Man's going to crush it. I don't care what anyone says. I think that's going to be one of Marvel's best movies. It's going to be like
Guardians.
A sleeper hit.
I was like saying it's going to be up there.
Guardians
with,
wasn't a sleeper hit. I think it's going to make $700 million.
Yeah. And I think this is DC's chance. Because they got so much potential with everything they've talked about.
You know what? I'm so happy. Like, when I was growing up, I was a DC fan before I was Marvel.
100% me too.
Like, I used to watch Batman and Superman and Static Shock and
the
stuff
only
like that. Kid, like, we talked about this before. Kids WB. Like, everything. So, Warner Brothers owns everything. So, I watched, like, everything they had. And, sorry, I got a text from my sister.
No, it's okay. I'll say what I was going to say. The only Marvel characters I watched when I was a kid was X-Men, Spider-Man, and Hulk. And like...
Oh yeah, Hulk got a series. I forgot about that. That was sold.
Yeah. Like honestly, when Iron Man came out, I wasn't like my uncle was so excited. He's like, we have to go see it. I'm
still not the biggest Iron Man fan. That's why I hate it when he's like in front of the posters. Like
I like Iron Man now, but like before, I'm just like,
he's the most popular character. But as far as like the character in Marvel Comics, I don't think he deserves it in front of Captain America. Like Captain America has always been the leader of the Avengers.
Like I remember when I was a kid, I went to Universal Studios. And they had...
Oh my god, I wish.
They had like...
That's awesome.
All these DC like characters, like people in costumes. And like...
That's so
those were my peeps, you know? There was like Wonder Woman. They had like some Marvel, like they had Captain America. And like... it was one of the things like... I was like 8 and like I hadn't watched anything Captain America, but I knew who he was. I was like, oh, Captain America. And like... It was like...
I knew him from like... I remember Spider-Man had a couple episodes with the Avengers and stuff like that. But it's like even that, you're not like fully...
Yeah, like these movies have got me into those characters, like Iron Man, Captain America,
I wholeheartedly agree. Like I used to, like when I was a comic book fan, like when I was younger, I only bought DC Comics. Mm-hmm. I knew nothing about Marvel until like I had the internet and I went on like the Marvel database and looked up stuff.
Yeah.
But speaking of DC, we'll talk for that. We'll talk about that first. They just released those pictures from Entertainment Weekly.
Yeah.
What do you think of them?
I wasn't disappointed or anything. I thought they looked cool. I don't know, for some reason, like, I like them. The one picture kind of, like, pissed me off. It was, like, Ben Affleck talking to the director. I'm like, I don't know. I really wouldn't consider this as, like, a picture for the movie, you know, type thing. I'm just like, there's really no point in throwing this here. I don't know why that bothered me, but for some reason it did. But otherwise, all the pictures look cool. I think it looks sick.
The only thing I didn't like was the Jesse Eisenberg picture of him
with his
like,
hair.
Silly hair.
Yeah. Hopefully it's just like one quick scene and then he shaves it off.
Yeah, not a really big fan of that. But
I
hope since Zack Snyder loves the Comic-Con thing and likes to show footage.
Yeah.
And
like they did last year and
they will definitely show a trailer.
Yeah, I think so too. Because last year this came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And
trailer and definitely a scene or two.
Yeah.
My guess would be that scene that they have with Bruce Wayne and Wonder Woman, because they still haven't shown anything about her.
And I just read something that she said, just because they haven't shown anything of me, I have a huge role in this movie. She said that.
I agree, because the cover of the magazine is her in the middle.
Yeah.
So she's definitely the middle person in this.
Yeah. I think she's like the mediator. That would be my guess.
I was going to say if anything about Jason Momoa, but they might ruin it. I don't know how big his role might be in it.
I could see him being...
I think it's a cameo,
yeah.
but nothing more than like 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah. Maybe like a 2-minute thing in the middle and then him come in at the end.
They might reveal concept art for Aquaman and possibly Wonder Woman movies, because they usually do that kind of stuff during the Comic-Cons. But that's all I want to do. That's all I want to talk about DC for now.
Yeah.
Huge announcement. Star Wars is coming to Comic-Con.
Yes.
It's the first time, from my knowledge, it's the first time that Star Wars is at Comic-Con.
Yeah, I think so.
That's crazy to me. That's going to be huge.
They're going to take over.
People are going to start lining up like now just to make it in the freaking hall.
Yeah, they're going to take over. They got so much to show with this movie, the next movie after that.
I don't think they're going to show a trailer. I think they're going to show that for D23 in August. Yeah. But they'll definitely show concept art.
Yep.
Reveal more characters.
Yep. And
show a scene, for sure.
Yeah. And then, is Rogue Squadron?
Rogue One.
Rogue One?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rogue Squadron was that game.
Yeah.
Rogue One, I think they might, like, show a little bit from that, too. Like, just a little bit. Like
maybe... I don't know why my voice is, like, all weird. I'm, like, going through puberty today. But I don't think so. Because they can't do any marketing because Disney owns Mission Impossible. So they have to wait until that's out, and then they could start, like, marketing
boasting
for that.
That with that kind of, like, thing. Like, if you like this, you're going to
That's why Ant-Man had, like, delays in marketing, because they had to wait till Ultron was out. Which sucks for it. But
yeah. Okay,
I think it's still going to do pretty well.
Yeah, that makes sense. They'll probably show some more Battlefront.
Maybe. That'd be cool. Maybe like the DLC for Jakku.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Maybe like reveal like another game that they wanted to wait. I don't know. That would seem more like
that's more of a Gamescom thing.
Yeah. Or like the what'd you call it? What is it called? D12?
D23.
D23,
yeah. It's like their own Disney thing, strictly Disney. So like they might do it there. They're gonna have Rogue One. They're definitely gonna release the next Star Wars trailer, because it's gonna be like less than 4 months, 6 months,
like that.
Yeah. I can't think of anything else. There's not really much to go on. That's the only thing that sucks is we got 20th Century Fox. This one's gonna be cool because even though it is Marvel, it's gonna be Fantastic Four. Oh no, it's gonna be Deadpool, the next X-Men, and possibly something with Gambit.
I'm really excited to see, what was the first one you said?
I think it's a
Deadpool. Yeah, I'm really excited to see Deadpool. X-Men, I don't want to see too much from it, but I want to see something.
I want to at least see concept for Apocalypse.
Yeah, that's 2016, right? Apocalypse? Yeah, I don't want to see too much, like maybe a teaser and some concept art. That'd be cool.
They haven't even started. Oh, they did start filming. What am I saying? I don't want to see any footage until like September or something. Maybe
like, you know how they do like kind of like a teaser, but it's just basically concept art type thing. Maybe something like that. That'd be cool. And Gambit, I'm really interested to see
Gambit. I want to see Channing's concept art because I'm really curious.
Yeah.
Maybe him coming out in costume or something. That would be really cool. Just like what's going on with that movie, because we know it's getting made.
Yeah,
but no one's saying
we know
anything.
Nothing about it.
Deadpool, definitely going to be a trailer. I guarantee it, because coming out in February, that's really close.
Yeah.
They've been releasing a lot of promo images, so that just tells you they're kind of ploying onto a trailer coming soon. I'm really excited for this.
I think it's going to be amazing. Like
it's a hard R rating.
Like literally, this is the first movie that I can remember where they released a trailer and they weren't going to make the movie, and because the trailer did so good,
man, that was so on purpose.
It was so.
Ryan Reynolds was like, "Oh, I'm running out of stuff." He probably emailed an exec at Fox. He's like, "You guys still have that test footage? Yeah, let's put it online. Let's leak it."
Yeah.
Lo and behold, it was trending on Twitter for like 5 days straight. They're like, if we don't make this movie, we're dumb. This movie's gonna kick it. I think it's gonna be the highest grossing rated R movie of all time.
Yeah, I agree. I remember when I first saw it, I was like, is this real?
I thought it was
real? Is this fake? I'm like, this is awesome, but I don't think this is real.
It looked like it was made by a fan.
Yeah.
I was like, this isn't right. And then he started speaking. I was like, wow, that's Ryan Reynolds speaking. I can't believe this. And not the X-Men X-Men Origins
Wolverine
Deadpool.
Oh boy, they got that wrong.
Oh my god. You gotta go somewhere.
I will never forget watching the messed up version of X-Men Origins Wolverine at Mickey's house. Oh my god, he had like a weird copy of it.
Okay, so it got leaked out like a month before it came out, and it's pretty much like the pre-rendered like 3D graphics, and some of the green screens were retarded. So like, it was laughable. Like, it was already a bad movie.
Yeah.
It made it even worse.
Wasn't Ryan Reynolds like not even in a costume? He was just walking around. That was hilarious.
I think one of the worst scenes ever. That scene where Ryan Reynolds is like pretty much dodging all those bullets. That was all like CGI. Yeah,
with the version we seen, he was just like not doing anything.
That was all a computer. That was so bad. Oh my god.
It really showed you how bad the film was.
Yeah, that's
all of Comic-Con.
Yeah, let's see if I can find anything else.
Yeah. While he's looking,
you found some Marvel TV news. They're going to be talking about the next seasons of Agent Carter and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Cool.
You're all caught up on it. I'm not really caught up. I kind of gave up on the shows. I know you're saying it's pretty good right now.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is pretty good. I love Agent Carter. I think it's amazing.
I heard mixed reviews. I only saw like 2 episodes, but I love the actress that plays her. So
yeah, I think they did a really good job with the story in that show. It really, I don't know, it's one of those shows where you think it's going to go one way and then it goes the next way, and you're like, I'm glad. Because if it went that way, it would have been way too predictable and boring and blah, blah, blah. And it pushes boundaries sometimes, and I don't know, it just feels really nice. Like, for me, it's up there with like, I'm not going to count Daredevil because I don't know, I think like we need to have a subcategory now for like movies, TV, and Netflix.
Netflix is like a whole different animal.
Yeah. Like, for me, it's up there with like The Flash is like my favorite like superhero type-ish show. Like, I don't know, I guess it's a superhero show.
I wouldn't really call it. Was there any metahumans?
In Agent Carter? I don't believe so.
No, I wouldn't. Maybe not yet. But
yeah, they might do it later on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like it's superhero-ish. Like I would say. Yeah, but it's up there with Flash.
To see if since DC has their stuff, maybe DC TV.
Oh, see, like Flash and stuff.
Flash, Gotham, Arrow, Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow. Holy crap! That's a mouthful.
Yeah,
they're crazy. On the TV side.
I'm excited to see Flash. I'm excited to see Supergirl.
Legends of Tomorrow, I want to see because I heard really good stuff about it.
Really? Okay, that's good. I was kind of on the fence about that.
I was on the fence too, but like the executive producer of Flash is working on Arrow. I mean, Legends of Tomorrow, and he said is like it's top of the notch, like filmmaking.
That's awesome.
Not filmmaking, but television.
Yeah. Gotham. I stopped halfway. I have what I missed.
You know what?
It's just, I don't know. I didn't enjoy it, but it's been getting amazing reviews and stuff. So it's like, should I watch it?
I stopped watching because that's not what Batman and Gotham City is. Like,
yeah.
As a wholehearted, like we talked about this before, as a wholehearted DC fan, that is not the legacy Batman goes through.
Yeah.
As a kid, he does not start becoming Batman.
Yeah, not at all.
He doesn't become Batman until he's in like his late 20s.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. He's not even in Gotham City most of the time. He's like in boarding schools and stuff.
Yeah.
I have a couple of things I love about the show. I love the way they're doing Alfred. That's a very fresh take. And in some of the comics, they do that. He has like a military background.
Yeah.
The guy that plays Penguin is an amazing actor.
Yeah.
And I think that's it. I can't think of anything else. I used to like Gordon, but he started to be like a really arrogant and so out of character.
I like Gordon. I like Will Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith.
Actually, she's also a redeeming quality.
Yeah.
I'm sad that she's not coming back. It's such a shame.
She's not coming back.
She's not coming. She's done.
Oh, that sucks.
It's because it takes up too much of her time because they film all year.
And I think the Riddler character has a lot of potential. I like him. Like, I think he has potential to be like if they ever need they made a Batman movie, you know, they could look at him maybe for Riddler.
They don't like tying in their I know. Like Marvel, but it's like I hate that do like a villain of the week. That's what pisses me off too. Like Flash kind of sort of went into that, but they kind of stopped.
And it worked even when they did
at the beginning. They did, but then they started to realize it doesn't really work, and they started to lose audience. Mm-hmm. It doesn't work for Batman, and not every Batman villain that was ever a Batman villain is in Gotham City when Batman is young. Yeah, they all show up because they hear of Batman. He's like this legend.
Yeah, and they're like, I'm this super villain. I gotta take him out.
You saw the Joker episode, right?
No,
oh my god, that is the worst. If I saw like the bit, like that's I think it's the best reviewed episode. I was so mad when I read the review. Yeah. It was a carbon copy imitation of Heath Ledger's Joker. Oh my! I was so mad. I was like, "How do you find that fresh and original?"
That's why I'm so excited for Jared Leto, because everything I've seen of it is so completely different.
You know what, man? I hope he kills it. Like
I think he's going
screw the tattoos and all that. Like I don't mind them because you're not going to see them.
Literally, the only thing that I haven't liked that I've seen is the tattoo on the forehead. Like all the other tattoos, I think are fine. Like
I just want him to kill it. Just kill it, and then everyone will shut up, and then you'll be like
that voice thing that leaked out.
Yeah,
I think it sounded fucking sick.
That scared the crap out of me.
Yeah,
I listened to that so many times.
Like some people are like, "Oh, it doesn't sound good. It doesn't." I think it sounds sick.
Plus, he has an advantage that no other Joker had. They only had one movie. He's gonna be in a lot of movies. He's gonna be for sure in Suicide Squad. For sure, standalone Batman. Mm-hmm. Maybe Justice League. Like.
That's something we can talk about. There are rumors to be a standalone Batman, and Ben Affleck might star and direct.
Oh my god, if they announce that at Comic-Con, I'm going to be so freaking happy.
I know.
Because I think there was I think maybe in Entertainment Weekly, maybe it was leaked. Yeah. Not Batman. I think of him as Batman now, because I have so much hope for him being Batman. Yeah. He's taking, he's kind of looking over David Ayer's shoulders, and is like, taking notes because he's never done that kind of caliber of movie before. Yeah. He's always done like dramas and stuff like that. So Argo. Yeah, so him and his scriptwriter are kind of watching behind the sidelines as they're not directing, and also when he was filming with Zack Snyder, he was kind of writing some notes and hints down. So he's definitely
thinking about
gearing up for it. Yeah. I don't see why not. Like he already won an Oscar.
Yeah. He's a great actor, but he's an amazing director.
I think he's a way better director than actor. Yeah. And if you can combine those two things, it's perfect. Yeah.
Because, I don't know, I think, it seems like whenever an actor stars in the movie they direct, I really don't think, I haven't seen one where I'm like, they really shouldn't have acted in this one. Usually they know what they want.
Because they write for themselves.
Yeah, and they know what they want, they see it, and they pull it off because they know exactly what they want to see. Unless he, sees something, he screws it up when he's directing it and all that. I don't think he'll do that either.
I don't think he's going to. Every movie he's had, I thought they're amazing. Yeah. So I think he's going to kill it. Plus, it really goes with what he's going for. He's always directing gritty movies anyway. So yeah.
Personally, I wasn't the biggest fan of Argo, but it had nothing to do with his directing. I just wasn't a fan of the story.
The story was really slow for me. Yeah. But I think The Town, is that what it's called?
Yeah, that was amazing.
That was one of my favorite movies ever. Yeah. That was so good.
So good.
It's so dark and gritty, and the acting's perfect, the action's perfect. Yeah. Definitely excited if there was a new Batman announcement. I think you should go for Jason Todd, Red Hood. Because they kind of alluding to that, apparently, in the Suicide Squad, and that's what makes Batman come out of retirement.
Oh, that'd be sick.
But yeah, back to the DC TV thing, The Flash.
Oh my god.
Hopefully more from Grologrod.
Yep.
They're definitely going to introduce some more speedsters. I want to see Kid Flash. I want to see just any speedster. I can't think of anything on top of my head. I want to see Jay Garrick Flash, because we saw a helmet when he was going through the timeline.
Yeah, the old school helmet. That was so sick. Oh my god,
that would be so cool if they team up. The Justice Society one day. Oh my god.
I like how they did the tie-in the first season with Mark Hamill in the his
that
character.
was so cool.
So like something like that, you know.
I wonder how they're gonna, because like last episode ends at a cliffhanger. I wonder how long it's gonna take him to close the portal, because obviously he does.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's gonna be a different timeline too when he finishes.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a black hole and everything changes.
I think one thing that will come out of that is Cisco and Caitlin will be superheroes.
You know what I heard?
They'll be bad.
And,
not superheroes.
Another
powers.
DC TV show coming later on, Legends of Tomorrow. Apparently, because Firestorm's supposed to be in it, apparently he dies in it. Like something happens during Flash. Because Legends of Tomorrow isn't going to air until Arrow and Flash are in hiatus or something like that. Because they haven't even started filming, right?
Yeah.
So apparently he dies, and that's what drives her to turn into Killer Frost.
Oh, okay.
Cisco doesn't turn into, what's his face? I forgot his villain's name.
I don't know. I'm not really familiar with Flash enough.
Neither am I. Like
I love this show.
I just hope they don't turn him evil, because he's one of my favorite characters. I hope he turns him like an anti-hero, maybe some like temper tantrums or something, or like a tech villain.
Yeah,
not like superpowers per se.
Yeah,
just like they did with why am I blanking on everyone's name today? Jesus,
the girl from Walking Dead.
No, the guy that was on Prison Break.
Oh, yeah. I don't know his name. I don't know his name either, but yeah.
I'm so disappointed in myself.
Captain Ice or something like that.
Captain Cold or something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Legends of Tomorrow, there's nothing much to go on. They're definitely going to show who's going to be in it. And
yeah.
Supergirl, maybe we finally get to see if there's actually going to be a crossover. They're stupid if they don't do that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that's what makes the show even more successful.
Like, I like the pilot. It got leaked. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. I liked it. Mickey, did you not like it, or you're like?
I thought it had potential. Like I thought it still had problems. The pacing was like off for me, and I felt like because it was leaked out. Obviously, the CGI and stuff wasn't fixed, but they need to fix that.
Yeah.
But as far as the first episode goes, I thought it was a little rushed. The villain, I had no idea who that was. But it's really clever the way they brought all the villains to her, because who does she really have to fight?
Yeah.
She's really fighting Superman's villains. They can't use that because he's in movies. So it's like, oh, they come from the Phantom Zone, which is unique.
Yeah.
And they all have powers because they're from Elseworlds, and there's a yellow sun. So they all gain superpowers and whatnot. She's a good actress, though. Like,
oh, yeah.
Regardless of what I think of the show, I think she's still going to kill it. She's a good leading actress.
She, what was I going to... Oh, no. Had nothing to do with her. Personally, if you like the show Arrow, that's your prerogative. I know a lot of people like it, but personally, I absolutely despise that show. I tried watching that show. The second season's supposed to be the best. The first season, I've heard, is decent. And then everything else is not that great. But, like, people who love it obviously love it. But I tried watching the first season, and I couldn't even get through it, so I can't even attempt it. For me, I have to watch.
The first season's slow. The second season's really good. The third season's like
okay.
Third season's the ones that happen right now, right?
I thought the fourth season had. I don't know. I may be wrong. I don't follow it.
It's trying to be too much like Batman. That pisses me off. You can't be Batman if you're not Batman.
Yeah. I don't know. For me, I have to watch a whole season. Like, I can't just, like, watch season 2 without watching season 1, and I can't get through season 1. So it's just a show I'll never get into. Even when Arrow makes his appearances on Flash, he pisses me off so much. I don't hate the actor. Like, the actor does a great job of being Arrow. I just hate the character of Arrow. I just don't like who he is.
He's really arrogant and he kills people.
Yeah, like... I just don't like that for a superhero. For me, a superhero has to be likable. If they're not likable, they have to have like a charm. Because like Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man, like he can piss people off, but like he has a charm to him that.
Yeah, the Arrow's like he says something to you, and you just want to punch him in the face.
Yeah, like, well, I have more money than you. Like that. I honestly 100% could see Arrow saying that line. I have more money than you. Just something like that. Like. I don't know, I just don't like it at all. But yeah, it was just to do with Supergirl, because that's what we were talking about. It was just like, I watched that, and I watched the first episode of Arrow, and that's where just because they're in the same universe, that's where I compare it with. And like, we watched it with Brody, and Brody wasn't the biggest fan of Supergirl, and he loved Arrow. Like, the first episode, everything, blah, blah, blah. He loves Arrow. And I hated the first episode of Arrow and loved the first episode of Supergirl.
The reason I fell into Arrow is because I didn't watch, I missed the entire first season of Arrow. And my friend Steve was telling me about it in school. I just binge watched the entire season. I was like, okay, this has the potential. And I waited until the second season was done and watched the second season. I was like, oh, this is amazing. And then I'm like, because near the end of the second season, I kind of tried to turn into Batman. I was like, this is cool, but if they keep doing this in the third season, I'm just going to stop watching. And lo and behold, they add Ra's al Ghul, and they're adding another daughter of his, trying to be a love interest to him, and it's so dumb.
Yeah, that's dumb.
But if you guys love Arrow, we have nothing against it.
It's all your opinion, your prerogative, whatever. I just personally hate that show. I hope it gets canceled.
One thing I'm really sad about, Constantine's canceled. It's not coming back. It's dead. Netflix isn't picking it up. Amazon isn't picking it up. It's such a shame. But you know what? NBC, I hate you guys. You guys purposely put it on Friday because everyone knows that no one does anything on Friday except for go out and hang out with their family. Literally,
UFC, one of the biggest sports corporations in the world, had their reality TV get to the UFC show called Ultimate Fighter. If you're not familiar with it, that's my description of it. They had to switch the show to Fridays when they did a live season.
Yeah.
And it was literally the worst rated season, and they had to put it back to Wednesdays because no one watches it on Friday. Yeah. It's the only, it's so popular, blah, 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 but because it was Friday, no one watched it.
It's such a shame.
Yeah. NBC, ever since they canceled Heroes.
They canceled Hannibal, too.
Yeah. I don't watch that show at all, but I know how amazing that show is. I literally just
started watching it. I'm in the freaking end of the first season.
Yeah.
And then they canceled the show. Great, thanks. Another amazing show that you canceled.
Literally the moment Heroes was canceled, I know they're bringing it back, and that gives me a little bit of yay. But, ever since Heroes was canceled, I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Honestly, I hear, the majority of people say Heroes sucked after season 1. But honestly, season 2 is probably my favorite season.
I hear that a lot.
Honestly, season 2 is my favorite season. Season 3 was amazing, and season 4 was not that bad. It was decent.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad enough to get canceled.
The only thing that sucks is that I thought it was a shitty way to just end the show. That was the only thing. She reveals her identity.
Yeah, literally, it's one of those things, I was talking about Bates Motel.
Yeah.
The last 2 episodes were amazing. And that saved that season.
About that. That season was crap.
Yeah, the last 2 episodes were amazing. The rest of the season was horrible.
I don't know what the writers were smoking this season, but that was a terrible season.
You fully caught up?
Oh my god, man. That was garbage.
You get what I'm saying.
You know what it is? They're trying to be really corny in 1950s. That doesn't work.
Do you know what I'm saying about Norma and that? I just want her to die.
Bad. She's annoying as hell.
It's literally the last 2 episodes were the only good episodes of the season. And that was Heroes season 4. It was okay. It had some bad episodes here and there. But the last episode, they revealed themselves to the world. That doesn't make you want to continue the show. That doesn't make any sense to me. If I was a writer on the show, they obviously had a vision past that season.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell I would let that show get canceled. If it does get canceled, I do everything. I put it on a small network.
It's coming on NBC?
Yeah, it's coming right back to the same network. Which makes no
why
sense.
Why do you cancel amazing shows?
Yeah,
if you want, we could talk about it. They're starting to do a lot of marketing for it, because I think it's coming in fall, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, literally I was watching it was a commercial before a YouTube video, and I couldn't skip it. I was like, oh, this show looks actually pretty cool, and you couldn't tell that it was Heroes. I was like, oh, this looks cool.
Oh, you mean when they see the eclipse?
No, I would know that was Heroes.
Yeah.
I remember it was some girl just fighting, and she had superpowers and stuff.
Oh, I didn't see that.
And then it was literally it was I can't do it, the weird music.
Heroes, yeah.
I was I literally got chills all down my body. I was like,
I think it was a recent promo where they're kind of going through the entire world.
Yeah, I seen that, yeah.
And then, what's the Asian guy's name? Is his name Hero?
Hero, yeah.
And he has slick back hair, and he's a samurai sword. I was like, oh, I guarantee he has more powers too.
Oh, 100%. I'm so excited. Heroes is one of my favorite shows of all time.
I wholeheartedly agree. It's one of the, I think it's what really started the superhero boom.
Yeah. 100%.
Only things I want from a show. Hated Panettiere to come back.
Yeah.
Her dad's obviously in it. Hero's in it. That's cool. I forget, but does Zachary Quinto's character die?
Oh my gosh, it's been so long since
I don't think so. I don't remember him dying.
I think he died but came back somehow. They did a twist where he came back. And it wasn't like stupid or anything.
Yeah.
The way I'm saying it kind of sounds like it was stupid. I'm just trying to remember. I believe he was still alive.
Okay. Even if he shows up in a few episodes.
Yeah, Sylar.
Yeah.
Sylar is one of my favorite villains of all time. That was one TV of his show or movie.
That was one of his best roles ever.
100%. After that, I was a huge Zachary Quinto fan after that role.
Other than that, there's not much to go on because they didn't really show much. They just started the marketing plan. But
the one thing I think people didn't like about it after season 1 was the fact season 1 was kind of like a True Detective type thing, where it's like, something's gonna happen. They have to save the cheerleader to save the world, and then after that, it was just kind of like a regular TV show type thing where it was just go as you may.
Yeah.
I think that's like people like don't like the rest of it.
Yeah, the whole seasons thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like, I thought it was amazing. It's just they went with a different concept and I don't think people like that. That's the only thing that would make sense to me, because I thought season 2 was the best one. Season 3 was great. Season 4.
I feel like people that say that just gave up after the first episode of like the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
They're just like screw it.
Yeah, like honestly, it was one of those shows. It was like my dad loves that show too, and it was literally like me and my dad. Like, all right, make sure you're doing nothing. I remember Monday night at 9:00. It was just, we have to watch Heroes. Like how diehard football fans me and my dad are. We literally wouldn't watch Monday Night Football
just for Heroes. Yeah, just
for Heroes.
It was worth it too.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like literally when my I was devastated when it canceled. Like literally my dad was almost in tears when it canceled. It was just
to end on just I hate it when shows end like that.
Yeah.
Like you reveal something huge, like revealing your public identity to the entire world, and then it's like, we're done. Sorry.
Like literally 4 seasons of hiding themselves, and then they reveal it, and oh yeah, by the way, we're done.
Another TV show coming to Comic-Con, AMC's Fear the Walking Dead. They're going to be previewing that and some new things from Walking Dead. Now, Fear the Walking Dead takes place obviously before The Walking Dead.
Yep.
This has nothing to do with the comics. This is an original thing. They could do whatever the hell they want, which is pretty cool. The first time ever. The only character I know returning for that show is that doctor or police officer that killed Beth.
Yep.
I saw a trailer with it, and I saw her in the trailer.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling she's probably the main character.
Yeah, one of them type thing. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good show. Anything Walking Dead to me is good.
As the seasons go on, it's getting better and better.
Yeah, I know. I would love to see some sort of appearance by the governor. That's one of my favorite characters of all time.
I have a feeling he might just walk by or something.
Yeah. I think it has a lot of potential. What I've seen from it looks really cool. Mm-hmm. And obviously, I really don't think it would ever live up to The Walking Dead.
No, because it's not going to be zombies.
Yeah.
It's going to be drama.
So, yeah, I think it looks cool.
Yeah. There's not much to go on there. Speaking of which, I'd like to add to Marvel, I forgot, they're going to talk about Daredevil Season 2.
Oh my god.
If you guys didn't know this, I can't believe I'm saying this, because I still can't believe this. John Bernthal, is that his last name?
Bernthal, yeah, something like that. You're really close.
Is cast as the Punisher, and he's going to be the main villain of Daredevil Season 2.
If you don't know him by name, because some people don't, I've said his name, and they're like, who? And then I said the character he played. They're like, oh, that's sick. He played Shane in the first 2 seasons of Walking Dead.
He's also in Fury. He plays one of the tank, people in the tank. I think he, shoots one of the guns.
He was the guy who was
he's really arrogant. He's a dick.
Yeah, and then in the end, he turns out to have a heart.
And he's in Wolf of Wall Street. He plays a really big guy with slick back hair. He has a mustache and goatee.
The guy that gets arrested for Jonah Hill.
Yeah. It's called Daredevil vs. Punisher. I'm so excited for this.
I am too. After watching that first season, it was I just had this feeling like they can do no wrong with this, and now they're adding Punisher. And
the only thing I'm very nervous about is the showrunner isn't the same showrunner anymore. Yeah, it's a couple of the writers from the first season. I'm still excited though. The showrunner is going off to do the Transformers franchise, which I'm completely.
Oh, that's gonna be amazing! Because the people they added to Transformers,
Robert Kirkman.
Literally, it was like they're adding these people. I was like, oh, that's sick. And then I looked at the last name, Robert Kirkman. I was like,
just him alone.
I read his description. It was like Walking Dead. I was like, that Robert Kirkman? I didn't know some random Robert Kirkman they picked off the street. But what?
That's perfect. Those movies are going to be amazing now.
Oh, 100%.
Anyways, back to Daredevil.
Yeah.
That's going to be, I think it's going to be the most bloodiest season.
Oh, 100%.
It's going to be the most intense, driven season.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for this. I'm just curious on which side Daredevil's going to be.
I know.
Because if he's fighting against Punisher, what does that mean? Does that mean Punisher's working for Kingpin? Or does that mean Daredevil's going to have to fight for Kingpin and protect him?
Yeah, it's so much potential either way. This would never happen in a million years, but just the idea of Tarantino coming in to direct one episode, that would be unbelievable.
How cool would it be if, Marvel or DC comes up to him and be like, here's a comic, give me, write down a couple of thoughts, what do you think of this? Go. Give him, give him, 2 days. He's going to have 200-page script.
He would be perfect for a Punisher movie.
Oh my god. I want to see him direct something in TV. I don't think he's ever directed something like that.
That's what I'm saying. Even if it was just one episode, the whole Daredevil Punisher, that would be...
First episode, last episode.
Yeah.
Perfect.
He literally would be, if you're what superhero could Tarantino do? Punisher, and then Daredevil versus Punisher?
Oh my god.
That would be perfect for Tarantino.
Let's tweet that at him.
Please,
Does he have Twitter?
I have no idea.
If he doesn't, we'll just get it trending. Let's get that trending. Tarantino for Daredevil Season 2.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
They might announce something with Jessica Jones. That's the next series coming in 2016.
Yep.
Not much to go. I literally know nothing about it, so I'm not going to go on there. All I know is Luke Cage is in it. Yeah. And that's it.
I would after seeing the first season of Daredevil, they literally could tell me nothing and I'll watch the entire season.
I'm going to watch it. It's Marvel.
Yeah.
Might announce something on Iron Fist because that's supposed to be the next one.
Yep.
I'm nervous on that one because I heard there's some conflict and contracts they need to negotiate. Apparently Iron Fist, when Marvel was going through bankruptcy, was sold to another studio and they don't have the full rights to him, which is really disappointing.
Yeah, that could turn out bad.
Yeah. We might not be able to have the Defenders, which makes me really sad.
That would really suck. Or the Defenders with one less.
Oh, it's not the Defenders.
I know.
Defenders with the Iron Fist.
Knowing Marvel, they probably still do it.
It's not even that. They don't even know where. Even if they. Yeah. It's a 99% chance they might get the rights because obviously studio's not doing anything on the moment, clearly. They don't know what direction to go in. Yeah. Because Iron Fist is tough. Iron Fist is like Doctor Strange. Yeah. Because he's from Earth, but he's from a different dimension. Yeah. Because he trains in some other worldly place and it's going to be tough on a budget of 13 episodes. Yep.
I agree.
But that's everything Marvel. Luke Cage is nothing on it because...
Yeah. Just because.
And then everything else is pretty much comics with Comic-Con, clearly.
What? Comics at Comic-Con?
I know, right?
Blowing my mind, bruh.
Let's see. So in 12 days, we're going to see Ant-Man.
Yep.
How excited are you for this movie?
I am stoked. I'm stoked, bruh.
Take this with a grain of salt, but this is what I heard. Corey Stoll is the best Marvel villain since... Are you ready for this?
Yep.
Loki.
Wow.
I'm getting chills.
That's amazing.
And he's in Civil War. They loved him so much that he's in Civil War.
Wow. That's impressive.
Yeah. That just shows what kind of caliber actors are choosing now.
Wow. I'm at a loss for words. That's incredible.
Yep.
My hype is even grown even more.
Yep. Michael Douglas is amazing. Evangeline Lilly is amazing. Paul Rudd's my favorite human being of the entire world. When he got cast, I almost started crying.
Did you see that video where he was doing like he was doing like some sort of like publicity thing for it, and he's like they're like setting it up, and then they start recording, and they go to the like, hey Paul, this is Paul Rudd from Ant-Man, and he just fucking farts.
Oh, the chair.
Yeah.
The chair. Oh wait, what? And the girl like can't do anything. She's really embarrassed. Yeah, that was. I saw that. I think it was for Clever Movies.
Yeah, I think so.
That was so funny.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Oh my god, Paul Rudd's awesome.
Oh, he's the best.
I can't wait for it. But that's all I have to say. I think we can have this podcast as a close. It's not very long.
No, but there's not a lot to talk about at this moment.
Yeah. We'll think of something else.
Yeah.
But next time,
Marino.
So this is Two Guys in the Basement. I'm Mickey.
I'm Brandon.
Until next time.
Peace.